Welcome all, this is just a quick video for anybody out there like myself who has no coding experience but has things that they want to automate online through a browser. The software that I'll be using for this is called Browser Automation Studio. It's free to use. I'll put a link in the description for where you can get it. And after you've downloaded it and installed the software, you'll get a screen like this. If you just click on the record button, it'll open up the recording studio here. To maximize this into its own window, just click on this button here. It'll bring it into a new window. And then you can see all of the actions that it creates on the left hand side. So I'm going to start by automating things on my own website just for a demonstration purpose. So I'm going to take the URL. I'm going to go to browser, load. I'll paste my URL in there, click OK. And you'll see it'll load up the web page. Now in this screen here, you can see when I'm moving the cursor around, it'll highlight different elements on the page with a red box. Now if I want to do an action on something, so for instance, let's say I want to take a screenshot of this image and save it in a folder. All I would do is wait till the red highlight box is on there, left click, and then if I want to maximize that image, I could click on move and click on element, click OK, and the cursor will move on there. And now I want to take a screenshot of this, so I'm going to click on it again, and I'm going to go down to screenshot and click OK, and that'll take a screenshot. Now I want to save this image, so I'm going to go to File System, Write File, and I'm going to get the file path of where I'm saving it. So I'm just going to copy this here, put slash, and I'm just going to call it test PNG, and the data will be screenshot base64. I'll explain more about variables and everything else. This is just a really quick overview video just to show you some of the things you could do in this software. But there is so many different things you can do. So I'm going to click on OK, and that will write that file to this folder here. You can see I've got test PNG, and click on there and the image will come up. And I'll just go on here. I'll click on previous page. I'll keep it all the actions inside the bot. So it's gone to the previous page there. I could also maybe take some text. Maybe I want to copy some text for the bot. It doesn't really matter. I can go on here. I can just highlight the text that I want. And get element text. And it'll save on here it'll have variable to save, and you can say it's a save text. You can rename this as well to keep track of different variables. So I'll click OK. And if I go to Tools, Log, Data to Log, Save Text, click OK, it will output that text into the software. So once you've created your bot and you've compiled it into its own standalone software, you could have it spit out information into your logbox, or you could put it into a notepad file or a database or whatever you want. There's a lot of flexibility. There's a lot of different things you can do. It's got all of these different features on here. Obviously you can interact with the browser. There's a lot of different things you can do there. Script logics, or if statements, like if a variable appears, do this action or do this action instead. I'm going to cover all of these things in future tutorials. Waiters, just like pauses between actions. Database, the software has a built-in database. So if you want to create an account management tool for a website, so you want to save like the username, password, email, etc., you can create a database. It's difficult to do initially because the instructions out there at the moment aren't great, but once you know how to do it, it's extremely easy, and I'm going to show everybody how to do this and make it very straightforward. File system was kind of just how it's got features in here that I've kind of demonstrated here, where you can write files or read files. You can get folder information. There's a lot of different options on here. Idle emulation. If I click on this, it'll emulate human behavior on the page. So if I just click OK, I'm not touching the cursor. It'll kind of just move around, scroll a bit, just emulate like a human browsing a web page. You can change the amount of time. It was just set for 10 seconds, but it randomizes things a little bit as well. The mail feature, so if you need to verify emails, to get the little verification links from multiple emails, you can use that feature for that. Same with phone verification. Yeah, there's just a lot of features, a lot of really powerful features in here that I'm going to cover in future videos. But it's just an extremely powerful piece of software that you can create so many different automation tools with. So I'm going to put all of the tutorials on my website as well, davesblueprints.com. So if you type in I'll do it through the software. And then I also want it to type in this and then click the enter key after, so it searches. I'll click on OK. And yeah, to see that, obviously nothing found because this is my first video, but you'll see a load of videos on here for all of my tutorials for this software and how to get to grips with everything. And I'll also put like text and image instructions with the tutorials to make it easier to follow instead of just a video. So yeah, I hope to see you in future videos if you want to learn how to automate or create automation tools with this software. I think that's pretty much everything really. I'll just play everything from the beginning so you can see how it works. So I'll move the execution back to the start and then click this green button to run the script. So it's going to load the website. Click on the image, take a screenshot, go to the previous page. Now it's idle emulation. Scrolling around for 10 seconds. Then it's going to type in the text. And that's it. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do with the software, and obviously once you've created all of your script, you can save it and then compile it into its own separate bot. And yeah, there's just so many different things you can do with it. So I hope to see you in future videos.